Hello and welcome to Griddle Cooking with Chef Sherry Ronning. Today we're going to be making some griddle kebabs and some fried rice to go along with it. I love fried rice. This is a perfect side dish to go along with this. And, I have a few tricks up my sleeve. We are going to be doing venison kebabs and also some chicken kebabs. So I will be posting different kebab recipes in the description because I've done several different recipes on the griddle for kebabs. I've done barbecue chicken kebabs. I have done like a ranch kebab with the ranch powdered uh, stuff, the Hidden Valley Ranch powdered dip stuff that you can put in there. And, so I have all different ways that you can do this. Let's see, I don't know if yeah. Okay. So I didn't know if there was a technical difficulty. I have a warning, but it's because of my Facebook groups that is saying for some reason I'm unable to stream into the Facebook groups now. So I'm just going live on YouTube. To watch my videos, I'm in need of 177 more watch hours to hit my goal for this year. So, keep on watching. So please subscribe to my page and watch. Let's get griddle cooking. I'm going to switch the camera over here for you. All right. I have my griddle preheated on medium heat. And we're going to be doing a couple different things. So my brother is going to be eating dinner with us tonight. And he is allergic to peppers. So when we do kebabs, we like peppers in it. And also when we do fried rice, we like peppers in it. But I'm leaving the peppers out of the fried rice. And I am going to be doing, like, one side is going to be the kebabs for my brother. And then I'm doing the opposite side for us. Because I want to try to keep it away from his. So we're gonna keep on rolling. I'm gonna do the fried rice in the middle. I already have my kebabs prepared. So I have venison kebabs and I have chicken kebabs. You can do this any ingredients that you want with this. I have marinated the chicken this morning after I got back from the gym. I took the chicken and cut it up into, you want like about 1 inch, 1.5 inch pieces. And I marinated in this Italian dressing. It's a sweet Italian Delano's. And, but I've used Kraft Italian dressing. You can make your own Italian dressing. If you have a favorite, you can use that. It's completely up to you, but this is how I do it because it's super easy, super simple for me to do, and it tastes good. Our family really likes it. So I marinated the chicken and the venison this morning, and then I have peppers, onions, and mushrooms commingled in with this. You can do any type of if you like tomatoes, you can do that. If you like, any other kind of ingredient, vegetables that you like in here, go ahead and use them. It's super customizable. And I am going to put some oil on the griddle first. So I just have vegetable oil that I'm using. I'm just going to go all over here. I'm going to take my spatula and just kind of coat the top of it. I'm going to do the whole thing here. Remember, my griddle is preheated to medium heat. If you're using the electric griddle, you're going to want to go probably 350 to 400. When I do fried rice, I usually do 400 because the ingredients will really cool down the griddle when I use that. So I'm going to be putting I'm going to put my brother's on this side. I already have them prepared on the skewer, so I have alternated meat, vegetable, and it's kind of up to you. So I'm going to just set it down on here. You can hear the little sizzle there. Set it like that. And so just a word of caution, from now on, when you touch the tongs, if you burn or touch the skewers, you need to use tongs to turn it. So, or use hot pads or something on there. And so I'm going to do the same on this side. I'm gonna put my chicken and my venison, and I have had, you will have some stragglers that will come off. Just set them on the griddle, they'll cook. And set that aside there. Right there. So I'm gonna wash my hands, just, you don't wanna let cross-contaminate. I'm just gonna get my hands clean there. I've got paper towel. So you can, if you want, cover these to help them cook. I'm just gonna leave them be, and if I need to cover them a little bit later, I will, because right now I'm gonna do the fried rice in the middle. So I'm gonna put these periodically, and hopefully by the time I get done, then it'll all be done pretty much together. So do we have anybody watching today? Let's see. If you're coming in, if you just want to leave a comment, tell me, let me know who's on here. I'd love to hear where you're calling or where you're from, and if you want to ask me any questions, go for it. So I'm going to do the bacon. I'm going to put the bacon. Remember, I already have it greased. Besides, bacon is okay. You really don't need to grease it. But I'm putting the chopped bacon on here. And I do have this recipe on my website, from michigan2thetable.com. I have these, and I also have the fried rice. You can also go on the YouTube. I will post this all in the links in the description so that you have that information there, and I'll also post the recipes. And so you don't need to worry about, when I'm making fried rice, I kind of just throw everything together. I really don't measure a whole lot. I just like to kind of mix and match. And I'm gonna do like the vegetables. I have the vegetables. I'm just gonna cook that up there while this is cooking. I'm gonna spread this out a little bit to get this going here. And I have got an assortment of different vegetables. I'm gonna put that down on there. In the vegetables, you can use anything that you want. I usually will go in the refrigerator and just kind of go through and see what I have, because that's kind of what I did. I have broccoli that I needed to use up. I have carrots. I used the fresh mushrooms for the kebabs, so I didn't have any, but I really like to have fresh mushrooms. So I just use canned mushrooms. So that easily works for this. I have celery, onion, carrots, and everything is diced up really small because this is a quick cooking recipe. This is made, you can make this, if you have everything all cut up and everything, you can make this in under half an hour. With usually the electric griddle, when I do it inside, it will take a little bit longer, I found, and that's because the ingredients really cool down the griddle when you put it on there, and it does take a little bit more time for it to warm up again. And you don't want to do it too high because you don't want to burn stuff. So I'm just going to season, use your favorite seasoning. I have the Lowry seasoned salt, Morton's. You can use fresh ground pepper, fresh ground salt. It's kind of up to you, whatever you like to use. If you have a favorite seasoning, then you can use it. And so as I'm cooking, I'm kind of watching the kebabs cook. At this point, I think they're good. I'm not going to do anything with them at this point. So I'm going to just let this cook. This, you don't want to keep on flipping. You want to let it cook and do its thing. And it's one thing that I really want to stress when you're cooking on the griddle. Just leave the stuff cooked and only flip like once or twice. Don't keep on flipping all the time. Like this has 4 sides, so you could probably maybe flip it 4 different times. This, I'm going to be messing with it quite a bit, so I'm just going to let it cook at this point. And let's see. I want to talk about my cookbook. Let's give you a little bit here. my recipes for the Blackstone Griddle Cookbook is, I will have a link of it in the descriptions there. You can go to my website from Michigan2table.com to get this. And I do have the fried rice recipe in here. And I do have the kebabs, the different. This is a chicken bacon kebab that I did, and that was with the ranch dip. Let's see if I have, I'm not sure if I have any more. I might have another one in here. But, yeah, this is the one here that I've done. And look at this, full color photo for you to look at. Full recipe, chicken and veggie kebab. It has the ingredients, the instructions, all of it here. It has the time up here, how long it usually takes, the temperature. So this is a really good book to have, and I've gotten a lot of good compliments that it's all, every recipe has a full color photo, so you know what it is that you're cooking with it. And they are all griddle recipes, made especially for your griddle. So let's go back. Oh, I gotta turn my camera. I forget to do that every now and then. So let's go, and we're just gonna turn. We've got our bacon cooking. Ooh, we got some nice crispiness going on with our bacon. I'm gonna spread that out a little bit more. Try to get them broken up a little bit, like that. And with the griddle, you will find hot spots. So when I flip this over, it's hotter here than it is here with the griddle. So you just kind of have to work with your hot spots, I call them, on the griddle, and use them to your advantage. And if you need to, if something is cooking too fast and you need to slow down the cooking, push it towards the edge where it's not as hot as the center, or turn down your temperature on your griddle. So I'm going to toss the vegetables. We've got some nice coating going on here. I'm actually we're going to combine this with the bacon. And we're going to cook this all together. And the reason I'm doing that is because the bacon has a little bit of the grease in it. It was actually a pretty lean bacon, so there's not a whole lot. But that will help with the vegetables cooking. And then I don't have to add more grease to the griddle. I don't want to add any more grease than I have to. And this is a good way to get that, use that bacon grease to your advantage and to cook the vegetables there. So with the fried rice, and as you see, I'm using the tip of my spatula here to kind of spread a thin layer, even layer out with the vegetables and the bacon to try to get it to evenly cook. I don't want a big mound of it because the bottom's going to cook and the top is not. It's just going to steam cook, and that's not what you want. I want to get those little crispy bits in there because those crispy brown bits is what gives you flavor. So I'm going to go back to the kebabs. I put these on first before that, so I want to focus with these. And I'm going to take my spatula or my tongs here, and I'm going to try to do like a half of a, like all the way around there. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, we got some crispiness going on there. Turn this around. We got crispiness going on there. Looks like a little bit of color. And that's probably from the Italian dressing that is in there. But it's still good because we got the other side. We're still cooking. I'm going to turn these. Give this a nice cook. I don't know why it's doing that. It has not done that to me before. I think it's just because of the Italian dressing. And actually, you know what? I might turn the griddle, like this is zones. So I'm going to turn this down lower. And I'm going to turn these over. We've got some of these that are falling out there. Turn them over so they cook. And I'm going to turn this one down just a little bit also, so it's not so hot. So we're focusing on this, and I'm not worried about those burning. Alrighty. I don't have any questions. So I'm going to do a quick toss here. We got nice crispiness from our bacon. That's looking really good. Look at all that amazing color on this. We've got the oranges from the carrots, the broccoli, the green from the broccoli. We've got the bacon. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a hole in my ingredients here. And I am going to cook the eggs. I'm going to do 2 eggs. And I'm going to put them in the middle. I've already got them cracked. Remember, it's best to have everything prepped up ahead of time because this is a really fast cooking recipe. And I'm going to take and I'm going to crack the yolk in it. And then I am just going to let this cook. So I'm not going to mix it in at this point with the rest of the ingredients. I'm going to, you want the scrambled egg to be all through, like little bits and pieces in the finished fried rice when you're done. And if you were to take and scramble it in all together, it would just blend in with the rest of the ingredients and you wouldn't have those little scrambled egg chunks that fried rice is known for. So this is super important, and I'm just going to scramble it. Just try to keep it in the middle there. If you get ingredients in it, that's fine. That's okay. That's not a big deal. But I know some people will do it on the side and then combine it in. That's fine too. But I'm doing a soft scrambled, so I want all the yolk and the white to be done. I don't want any sliminess in it, but I don't want it overdone either. Just like that. That looks pretty good there. And so then I'm going to scramble it in with the rest. Combine it in like that. So you have those chunks. You see those chunks in there? That is exactly what you want with this. Right. So I'm just going to spread it out a little bit. And then I am going to add the rice. I have the cooked rice, which I have this special recipe on. I will post this in a link. I have a special way that I make my rice. And it is not cold. I know there's a lot of controversy about the rice has to be cooked ahead of time. It has to be cold. And this I actually just cooked maybe like an hour ago. And I've done it both ways, and both ways turn out for me. But I believe it's because of the way I cook my rice. So I cook my rice special from the average person. So I'm using soy sauce. You can use low sodium if you want. And I'm going to just put a little bit in there. And then I'm going to add a little bit more seasoning. Like that. And like that. And then I'm just going to combine it here. And then I'm going to spread it out and just let it cook. Super easy. This is really not a hard recipe to do. Be careful not to get it down the grease trap. That's one thing that I always, when I'm making fried rice, it always ends up part of it down in the grease trap. So I'm just spreading it out. I'm using the side of my spatula just to spread it out a little bit because the goal is to try and get crispy bits on the fried rice. You want those crispiness is what you want. And now I'm going to focus back into, see if we have any comments. Nothing yet. I'm going to check. I'm going to turn. Yeah, I'm going to do like a half a turn. And I'm going to check. I'm going to actually check the temperature on these. So I'm going to do, I need to watch. I'm going to do like a quarter turn, try to get it on its side, like that, get them on their side, like that, and they might actually be kind of done. Well, we're going to see here. So I'm just going to clean my tongs off because I'm trying to get, so I'm not like mixing up the pepper too much with my brother on that. So I got that white there. I do have the digital thermometer, so I am going to check the chicken. The chicken is at 165. Yeah, we're still a ways. We're like in the 130s with that. So we're going to need just a little bit longer with the chicken. And the venison, you know, the venison, we like the venison a little bit rarer. We don't like, and I think that's good. I'm actually thinking I'm going to pull these because I don't want to overcook the venison. And yeah, I'm going to pull the venison here so that they're not overcooking. The chicken, I'm going to give them just a little bit longer. So like that. And like that. Stir my onion. Get my onion in there so it doesn't fall off. Okay, I'm actually going to set this aside because it is raining. I kind of wanted to do it out in that direction a little bit, and I'm going to maybe turn up just a little temperature here. Just adjust the temperature a little bit. So I'm going to check the temperature on this side. And please don't be afraid to use your digital thermometer when you're cooking meats like this. The last thing you want is to have raw chicken when you're cooking. And yeah, we're a little bit of ways, yeah. I mean, it looks golden brown, it looks nice and good, but when you test the inside of it, it's not at 165. So for me, I would rather be safe than sorry. And I am just gonna, I use my digital thermometer. And I know, you know, they say, oh, chefs should be able to tell. Well, I can tell, but it's telling you guys how to cook it properly, and that is with using the thermometer. Okay, so I'm going to stir my rice. I'm getting a nice crispiness, crispy bits on there. Is what I want. Stir it all in. So now at this point, I am going to test it. And you know what? I did not bring out I'm going to have to run in and grab a fork because that is one thing that I strongly suggest you do is to test it and see if it needs more seasoning, more soy sauce. Don't overdo it and test it before you take it off the griddle. That is one thing that I really like to stress with you is it's okay to test your food and try and see what it's like. Looks like I do have somebody. Yay, I got a thumbs up. So awesome. I will be right back. I'm going to let the food cook and I'm going to get a fork. No. So how are we doing on time? My brother's supposed to be here about 4 o'clock. What are we? He usually comes a little bit after 4. He works down the road, so I usually try to have this ready for him when he comes in a little bit after 4. We're doing pretty good. Okay. Yeah, it's not bad on seasoning. Usually I'm thinking that I need to add more soy sauce, but honestly, I'm not sure I'm going to. I don't want to get it over salty. I have a bad habit of doing that. So, I'm be very careful because the rice, it's hot. I think we're doing good. Actually, you know what? I bought out some low sodium soy sauce. I'm just going to add just a touch. It just needs just a little bit more in there. And so I'm going to look at my chicken, see how we're doing. Put it over there, flip it. And I'm going to test to see. I'm going to the middle one. And I'm going like right down the middle. Yeah, see, it's not quite done. So at this point, this is where, like, I think I am going to use my dome lid because I don't want to like overchar the chicken like that. I'm just going to cover it with the dome lid and see if that helps with getting it up to the temperature. And this might actually, these are pretty good here. Yeah. And so you want to make sure you're testing a couple of them. I'm going to flip just a little, I'm going to flip them just a little bit more here. Like that. And let them cook just a little bit longer. I'm going to pull these off because these are all done. Just clean my tongs here. I've got a bucket of soapy water that I use. And so I'm just sticking it in there, clean it a little bit. And I think I'm going to combine this. And I'm going to just double check this again here. And just be careful because it is super, super hot. Yeah. That's good. I think I'm going to pull these because these are just about the right temperature. Look at that. Make sure that my ingredients, my pieces don't fall off the here. And go there. I'm going to just double check this one here. Remember when you're using the dome lid, don't flip it up so you lose all the heat. I'm just going to double check that. I think it's probably going to be good. Yeah. Yeah, we're good. We're good on that. I'm going to pull that. And we've got the no pepper one on this side. And so here is the no pepper kebabs. And here is the pepper kebabs here. And we have venison and chicken. And then the venison and chicken on this one. Look how good that looks, guys. That looks really, really good. And I made sure that the temperature was good on them. The venison, we're going to just let them rest. It's good for them to just rest before we eat. And check my fried rice. Yeah, look at, oh, I'm going to try to get close here. I'm going to try to get up close for you guys to see. I don't know if you can see these little, when I just flipped it, this is the crispy brown bits that I'm talking about. That's what you want with this. That's just what gives this gives it the flavor, and it's really, really good. So I'm done with this. I'm going to shut off the griddle because that's all cooked. Turn off the gas like that. I heard the burners go. I'm going to shut each one of the burners off like that. And so I have my bowl here. I might actually have to get another one because there's a lot of rice here. I do this every single time. Just put this in a bowl. And voila, we have dinner. Look how good that looks. And there's going to be extras. This is one thing, fried rice is one thing that you really, my family likes to have extras so they can eat. They easily warm this up and it makes a meal for them. So they love extra fried rice. Just look at that. We got nice color. Make sure that I don't pop it off the griddle there. Look at that. So delicious. Okay. So, look how amazing this fried rice is. You see the little egg bits in there? Look at those little egg bits. You see the green, the orange, the green from the broccoli, the orange from the carrots. We've got the rice. We got little brown bits from the crispiness, and this is amazing fried rice. So if you haven't tried my fried rice, you need to try it. You need to make the special rice that goes along with it, because I'm telling you guys, this is what makes this fried rice special. So we have that for dinner, and we have the kebabs. Look at the kebabs. Look at that. Look at the nice. We've got the red pepper, the onions. We've got the mushrooms sandwiched in there. There's the mushrooms. Look at that. That is amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed this kebabs and fried rice recipe. We made the venison kebabs and the chicken kebabs and the bacon fried rice to go along with it. I hope you guys have a great evening. Make sure to go and get my cookbook, Recipes for the Blackstone Griddle. You're going to love it. And my membership. I have a Griddle Secrets membership that I just launched, and it is in full steam. I have 4 more days left till this membership closes, and I'm offering a special price with it, so you can go on. I will put the URL in the comments for you to click on. I hope you guys have a great evening, and I'm going to go eat some chicken and venison kebabs and some fried rice. So talk to you later. Bye.